Friends, last class we already discussed about India water resource. So what was the uses of resource of water resource and what was the objectives of multi-reverse valley project and what is the important multi-reverse valley project. So these are the matters we already discussed in last video. So in this class, in this video we are discussing next another important lesson in geography, 7th lesson, that is here they given Indian land resources. Why we want to study about Indian land resource? Because in India, people they using land for a different purpose and different uses. They utilizing their land. And what are the purpose for they using? And what are the types of land uses we can see in India? And we want to know what this one is important to study about land resource. So in that purpose, we want to study about Indian land resource. So first one here they given meaning of land resource or land uses. So here they saying what is meant by land use or land utilization. So here the given definition, the distribution of land for different uses such as forestry, cultivation, pastures and etc. is called as a land use and land utilization. Here they saying what is meant by land utilization or land uses. Here they say we are using land for the purpose of, sometimes you are using for a forestry. Some of the uses we are using for a cultivation to do a productions. And sometimes we can see the land is pastures. Pastures means we can see some of the grassland, some of the parks, and some of the area we can see as a waste area. So these like we are seeing some of the lands we are using for a different purpose. So this only they give a name as a land use or land utilization. And here they say why people they using a same land for a different purpose. Is this some of the factors? For example, in India we are using land resource for a different objectives, not a same purpose. So why in India people are using this type of different purpose for why they using the land? So because of some of the factors or some of the criteria are there. So what are the criteria we can see to use this like of different purpose for why we want to use a land resource? So here they are saying first one, because of one is relief features, means local temperature or local traditions or local practice. So this is one of the important point. And second, soil, because of we already know some of the soils some suitable for some of the crops, some of the soils not suitable for a growing crops. So this is also one of the things. And second one here they given population density. Based on population also the utilization of lands also is different. And next one here they saying another point, socio-economic and technical factors. And what are the technology we are getting in some local area. So on that base also people they using the land. And socio and economic factors. So they think profit, which crops or which types of land we are used for that one particular objectives. So we are getting profit. And sometimes socio factors. So what is mean socio factors? Means what we are old generation they use the particular land. So these are the beliefs or our tradition or our culture. So on that base also we are using our land for a different purpose. And next one point here they say land we are knowing this is one of the important natural resource. We are getting so much of profit or so much of uses in land. So that's why if any country want to grow as an economic way, they want to utilize land as a carefully. And effectively they use the land that country can grow easily. So in that purpose for we want to utilize land as a safe and we want to utilize as good way. So next one we want to know, that means so we can see uses of land in India as different purpose or different types of uses we can see in land. So what are the types of land uses we can see in India, or what are the types of land area we can see in India? So here they say first one here they given net area zone, second forest area, land not available for cultivation, fallow land, cultivable waste and parametric pastures and other grazing land, and land under miscellaneous users. So these like we can see there are 7 types of land uses we can see in India. So now we want to know one by one what is meant by net zone area or not cultivable land, not suitable for cultivation. So what is mean, or how much a percentage of land we can see in India? So that only now we want to know. So in that first one here they given, that is net area zone. So what is meant by net area zone? So here they say it is cultivable land. So which area peoples they using that one particular land and they doing cultivation in that particular land, means they followed by or they adapted agriculture work. So in that land for they give a name as a net sown area or net area sown. So in India, most of the land we are using as a net sown area. Most of the land we are using for a cultivation purpose. So how much a percentage we can see? So here they say totally 42.42% of area in India we are using as a net area sown. And next one here they say, and this one net area sown in overall India, this one not distributed equally because of we already knowing relief feature, socio-economic factors and climate condition, soil and population density. So on that based we can see in overall India this one not distributed equally. Some of the states they utilizing most of the area as a net area sown. Some of the states they not utilizing that much of area as a cultivation for a land. We cannot see. So these slide we can see. So most of the area where we can see here they saying highest net area sown we can see some of the states in. So which are the states here they given? First one Punjab and Haryana, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh and Kerala. And least part of area where we can see means in northeastern states and other states in we can see medium uses of net area sown. So these like we can see one of the important land uses in India, that is net area sown. So after the net area sown, second one important land uses we can see in India. So that is here they saying that is forest area. So in India we can see 22.8% of area in India covered by as a forest area or covered by forest. So this one is they given name as a forest area, and we can see highest forest area we can see in the place of islands, Andaman and Nicobar and northeastern states. So in that place we can see highest numbers of forest, and least forest area we can see in the place of Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan and Gujarat. So in that place we can see less forest area. And next one here they given land not available for cultivation. This is third types of land uses. So some of the lands we are not using for the purpose of cultivation, but we are using for other different purpose. So what was the other different purpose? So here they say for non-agriculture work, means human settlement, means we have constructed shelters or houses. And second one here they given roads or railways, sometimes canals, mountains and sandy waste. So these type of land we can call as a, here they given land not available for cultivation. So this type of land also we can see in India. And next one here they say totally 14.1% of land is covered by land not available for cultivation. So this type of area we can see in India totally 14.1%. And here they say this type of area we can see in the place of Assam, Manipur and Sikkim, and low level of this area we can see in the place of Goa, Kerala, Odisha and Maharashtra. In this place the land not available for cultivation, that is less percentage, but we can see more than percentage we can see in the place of Assam, Manipur and Sikkim. In this place we can see most of the people they not using the land for a cultivation, that is not suitable for cultivation. So this is third type. And next one, fourth one here they given, that is the fallow land. Here they given what is meant by fallow lands. So here they saying the land which is not used for cultivation. Some of the lands we are not utilized for a cultivation purpose, and we are not built any roads or any shelter, any railway system. So these type of land also we can see in India. So total how many percentage we can see? Here they saying totally 8.2% of area we can see as a fallow land. And here they saying largely found of this type of land we can see in the place of Mizoram, Tamil Nadu, Meghalaya, and less we can see in the place of Tripura, Pondicherry, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. And fifth one here they given cultivable wasteland. So we can see in India some of the places as a cultivable wasteland. So what is meant by cultivable wasteland? So here they given some of the area already peoples in beginning they cultivated that particular land, but after that in that soil they lost their fertility. So when they lost their fertility in that particular soil, peoples they not using that land for a cultivation purpose. So this type of land for they give a name as a cultivable wasteland. Means in beginning peoples they start there in that particular land for a cultivation purpose. They grow agriculture works, but after that when they lost in that particular area as a fertility level, they did not cultivate it on that area. So these like of land were they given name as a cultivable wasteland. So these like of area where we can see here they given in the place of Meghalaya, Goa, Nagaland and Rajasthan. So this like of area we can see, and total percentage here they given 4.3% of area we can see in India. And sixth one here they given permanent pastures and other grassland areas. So we can see some of the area in India we can see grassland, some of the areas we can see parks, some of the parks also we can see in India. So these like of land for they given name as a permanent pastures or other grazing lands. So these like of land we can see total percentage 3.4% in India. So which are the area we can see in the place of Himachal Pradesh and Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh, in these states in we can see. And last one here they given land under miscellaneous uses. Here they given some of the lands here they given we can see they constructed as a gardens, sometimes orchards or plantations purpose. So in that purpose for they using some of the lands. So in that for they given name as a land under miscellaneous uses. So these like of land we can see in India totally 1.1% of land, and we can see this one land is the more than of this like of land we can see in the place of Assam, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Kerala, Karnataka and Himachal Pradesh. So in these places we can see land under miscellaneous uses. And now we understood about the different uses of land. So now we want to know in that land uses we already understood the most of the land we are utilizing for the purpose of net zone area, or net area zone means for the purpose of agriculture work. So that means now we want to know what is meant by agriculture and why this agriculture are important. So that only now we want to know. So first one we want to know what is meant by agriculture. So here they saying tilling of the soil for raising food crops and raw materials needed for human beings. This only called as agriculture work, means we are cultivating the land for the purpose of to product a food, and sometimes we are getting some of the raw materials to live a human beings. So in that cultivable land or cultivation of crops we are called as a agriculture. And next one point also here they say nowadays we can see this one agriculture definition is extended because of not only for a raw materials or to product a food, not only this much, and we can see some other purpose for also. So here they given in stock of raising we want to stock the food crops, so this also now called as agriculture work, and poultry and beekeeping. Beekeeping means honey bee. So in that purpose for also we are called as a agriculture work. And now we want to know why this one agriculture is important. Why we want to study about agriculture work. So because of here they say in India most of the peoples they work as the occupation that is agriculture work. We are knowing in ancient time onwards till now peoples they adapted the work for the field of agriculture work. Here they are saying nearby 60% of peoples they using work as a agriculture. And this is one of the backbone for our India. Which one? Agriculture work. Economically we are growing by India means of the production of agriculture. So in that purpose we want to study or we want to get knowledge about agriculture. And next one here they say, and not only this one, in India most of the Indians they need for their daily life or their livelihood, they want to get food. So in that purpose for also they need agriculture work, because of we all are knowing in India in the population rate is second position, means we need so much of food productions. So in that purpose, and not only for a food production, and we want to supply this only food for a domestic purpose, domestic animals. So in that purpose for also we are using our agricultural land. So in that purpose for also use. And next one here they say, and this is one of the main national source or national income source in India. Most of the people they getting the income based on agriculture work. Means our economy dependent on agriculture work. So that's why this one is important. And next one here they say, and this only agriculture work supporting some of the territory sector, means service sector. So which are the service sector for the influenced by this one agriculture work? So here they say by trade, transport, banking and insurance companies. They are also working in India because of the agriculture work. If trade or we can say the business, we can see some of the business in India because of related of agriculture work, and transport system and banking and insurance companies also they are working in India because of agriculture. So next one here they saying, so these like not only this one, we can see some of the time agriculture product as agriculture field influencing by our socio and political matters. Sometimes our government also they doing their policy related of agriculture work because of most of the peoples in India agriculture. And next one here they saying it's support of many industries also. They supplying raw materials. So which are the industry for this sending the raw materials? Here they given cotton and jute textiles and sugar industry. So in that industry for they supplying raw materials. So in that purpose agriculture is one of the important things or important work in India. So now we want to know in that agriculture work we can see cultivation of land. We can see there are different types of farming, different types of cultivation method in India. So that only now we want to know. Here they given types of agriculture work based on geographic and socio-economic factors. We can see there are different types of farming or cultivation land in India, or different types of farming in India, because of most of the peoples in India they not using same method or same types of farming or same types of agriculture work. They using different types of agriculture work because of geographical factors. Geographical factor means soil, climate and relief features, and we can see social and economic factors. Social and economic factor means our generation in ancient generation what they used, what the production they done, that only we want to should follow. This like of tradition. Or economic factors. Economic factors means which crop if I produce in that area we can get more profit. So on that based we can see there are different types of cultivation or farming methods we can see in India. So on that only now we want to discuss. So here they given in that first one here they given, that is subsistence farming. So what is meant by subsistence farming? So here they saying a type of farming in that we are cultivating the land and we are getting the crops also, productions of crops also we are getting, but which purpose? To consumption a farmer, a family of that particular cultivation land. So who are they cultivating in that particular area? So on that family for only they want to get some of the food. So in that purpose for people they growing or they cultivating the land or they farming the land. So this one they give a name as a subsistence farming, and this one using they for only for their family. What they cultivated in that particular farming method in subsistence farming method in, so this farming method only for his family who is cultivating in that particular family for only they doing production. And next one here they saying, and you can see this one land, the holding of land also very small. People's the holding of land or covered of land that is very small. And next one this like of we can see they using primitive method of cultivation. Primitive means ancient types of methods of farming. They are not utilizing forward technology or forward instruments. So what the ancient generation they done, so that only they using instruments and they cultivating the land. So this like of features we can see in subsistence farming. And next one here they saying this like of practice we can see in the place of northeastern states and Odisha and Madhya Pradesh. And next one here they saying here we can see there are two types of subsistence farming in India. One is shifting farming, second one is sedentary farming. So what is meant by shifting farming? So here is saying a type of agriculture. Here is saying a person in beginning they cultivating a particular area to grow a crops. So after that when they not getting that much of profit or that much of production in that particular area, he left that one particular area and he changing the land to cultivate for another place. He shifting to another place to cultivate the land because of here he not getting that much of production. So this like of method for they given name as a shifting method. So when he shifted the new area, so on the time he destroy the forest, he burnt the forest. After that they using for a cultivation purpose. So these like of methods we can see in ancient time of India. So ancient time who are the peoples they lived in India, so they did this like only method. In beginning they cultivating any one particular area. So how much of possible they got the productions they cultivating. So after that when they become lost in that particular area, so after that they shifting to another new land. But recently our government banned these type of methods. Nowadays they are not using, but in ancient times peoples they use this only method. And here they given these type of practice they done by tribals. So in the area of Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Madhya Pradesh and Kerala and Odisha. So in that area peoples they use this type of shifting farming. But nowadays this one is banned by, prohibited by our government. And next one here they given second one's in subsistence farming, in that is sedentary farming. Means here they given here people's they not shifting their land for one place to another place. They in the fixed location or in fixed area, people's they cultivating the crops. People's in a fixed location or in fixed area in permanent place, they cultivating crops for their livelihood. So this type of cultivation for they given name as a sedentary farmer. And here they given here the farm land is not abundant but cultivated year after year. Here what the people's the production or cultivation they done in sedentary farming. So here they saying here we cannot see per year for they not growing as a two crops. So how they produce this one crops in this area year by year. You can see only year crops in that area in sedentary farming. So these like of methods we can see. So after that next one here they given, that is intensive farming. So what is meant by intensive farming? So in this method in labors and capital both also they need more. So in this like of cultivation for they given name as a intensive farming, means large amount of labors and capital, I means investment money also need for do a production of that particular area. So in that area for they given name as a intensive farming. So here they say here intensive farming in throughout year peoples they cultivating in that land in crops, because of they want to give a salary for a labors and they also want to get a profit. So in that purpose for throughout year in that area peoples they involving in agriculture work. So these like of crops are they given name as a intensive farming. And here they saying farmers they try in a per year they can trying to grow a 2 or more crops in a per year in that particular area. Means we can see in that we can see sometimes they growing 2 seasonal crops also, Rabi and Kharif. Both also they growing in a same year, because of they using that much of invested money and they using that much of labor. So they need profit. So in that purpose they are trying to grow a 2 or more crops in per year. So this like of situation we can see in intensive farming. And after that year they required, and we can see their small land, they are small land holders and they using this type of work and they getting profit also. And last one here they saying here they need fertility land and irrigation facility. If is there irrigation facility and the land have fertility level, they can grow per year for 2 or more crops. So this one they given name as a intensive farming. So after that one intensive farming, next one here they given, that is commercial farming. So commercial farming means here they given the crop, the methods in peoples they did production for the purpose of market. What the production they done because of the purpose of market. So this only they given name as a commercial farming. So here they given here peoples they grow, most of the peoples they growing cash crops. So here peoples they growing only which types of crops, means cash crops. And next one they cultivating a large area and large amount of cash crops they producing, because of they want to get a profit. And next one here they given, and here in commercial crops for they need small amount of labor and machineries and scientific of cultivation also we can utilize in the place of commercial crops, and that much of labor is also not required in that place. This one they given name as a commercial crops. So after the commercial crops, next one is that one mixed farming. So what is meant by mixed farming? So with including of agriculture work, some of the peoples they using or they doing another work, that is non-agriculture work. Non-agriculture work means animal husbandry. Some of the domestic animals also they are rearing. So these type of agriculture work or farming method for they given name as a mixed farming. So these type of mixed farming they getting income in both sector. One is in agriculture field, second one is domestic animals. So in that both in also they are getting a profit. So these type of methods are cultivation farming method in India introduced in the year of 1951, and nowadays we can see so much of states or so much of peoples they adapted this type of mixed farming. One side they cultivating the land, another side they animal husbandry or some other works also they are doing. So this type of works also we can see. After this one we can see another one, next one, fifth one here they given plantations farming. So what is meant by plantations farming? Here they given a single crops a single crops, peoples they producing in a large area for the purpose of market, to sell a market. Peoples they producing a single crops as a large area and the purpose of to sell a market. So these like of crops were they given name as a plantations crops. And next one here they given, here they required more labors and more capital. So when they growing single crops, so on the time they need more labors and more income also, money also they need. And which are the crops we can say as a these like of plantations crops. So here they given tea, coffee, rubber and coconut. These are the important crops of plantations crops we can see in India. So after that, sixth one here they given, that is dry farming. So what is mean by dry farming? So which are the area in India they getting less rainfall? Here they saying in the less rainfall and less irrigation system. They want to use the irrigation method. So in that only they want to get some of the production. They want to done some agriculture work. So in that agriculture work for they give a name as a dry farming. Means which area they receiving scanty rainfall and they want to grow crops for the use of only the method of irrigation. So these like of crops are they give a name as a dry farming. So this like of dry farming we can see in limited area. We cannot see in all the area of India. Only some of the area and only peoples they growing dry farming. And it is mainly we can see in the place of here they given in peninsular of India and western Rajasthan. So in that place we can see these like of dry farming. And next one, humid farming. Seventh one here they given humid farming. So here they given, so in which are the area peoples they cultivating the land to uses of rainfall, means sufficient rainfall. So in which are the area peoples they using or they getting the crops by a sufficient rainfall. They using the rainfall water and rainy water and they using they growing the crops. So in that crops or in that farming for they given name as a humid farming. So here we can see without the help of irrigation we can grow the humid farming, we can get the crops. So these like of situations we can see, and this like of area where we can see means in west coast and area of which are the area they getting sufficient rainfall. So in that area we can see peoples they growing the crops by use of rain. That is they give a name as a humid farming. And last one here they given irrigation farming. This is a new farming and most of the peoples nowadays they using this only system, irrigation farming system. So here they say a method of under, here they given peoples they growing a crops they utilizing the irrigation. So who are the peoples they utilizing the water and they using the irrigation water and they growing the crops. So this only they given name as a irrigation farming. And here they given this one is expensive and but essential in India. So why this one expensive and essential in India? Because we want to build canals or tank or well irrigation. And not only this one, we want to see some other irrigation also, drip or sprinkler. And so that's why this one is expensive and this one is essential. Why this one is needable in India? Because of we already discussed in India the rainy season that is not uneven. This one distributed unequally in India and not coming same level of rainfall in overall India. So in that purpose for this irrigation farming, this one is one of the needable things in India. So these are the important types of farming we can see in India. So these are the important points about land uses and different types of farming. So next class we can see there are different types of seasonal crops and what are the crops we are growing, majority of crops, which are the crops we are growing in India. So these are the matters we can discuss in next class. Okay.